We'll get started in about a minute. Today's mobility, so you'll need either uh, a foam roller, baseball, lacrosse ball, something. We'll start with that, and then we'll kind of go into our stretching right after that. A little bit less than a minute till we get started. All right, if you're just getting in here, you need a lacrosse ball, baseball, or a foam roller to get started. We'll kind of roll from there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the back first, loosen up the spine. Then I'm actually going to get on the baseball and try to show you some tricep, some bicep, a little bit of chest that we can do, and also loosen up the shoulder blades. Then we'll get back to the foam roller and start to work and loosen up the lower body right after that. So, very first thing, go to the back. So I'm going to put the foam roller about the mid part of my back. I'm going to roll up and down. Again, if I find a tight spot, I'm going to do 10 mini rolls on that tight spot. For me, I'm going to, as soon as I find them, I'm going to start to go right in those tight spots to do those mini rolls. But if not, I'm doing 10 regular rolls. I'm going all the way down as low as I can, and then coming right about parallel with the shoulder blades. All right, from there, I'm going to take the foam roller, put it linear. Still working a little bit on the spine and also a little bit on the shoulder blades. Arms are out. I'm going to lean into the left side. I'm going to do some mini rolls because I know my shoulders are pretty tight. My back's a little bit tight. So I'm going to do 10 mini rolls right on that back. I'm going to move over to the right side and do the exact same thing. All right. I'm going to get off that for just a second. Put the foam roller away. We'll get up the baseball, lacrosse ball. All you got is tennis ball, so be it. All right, I'm going to start to work on the chest first. I'm going to go chest. Then I'm going to go into the bicep, tricep, and then I'm going to end off in the back. Okay, so the baseball, I want to put it, if I had my arm out right where the shoulder connects to the chest, and that little spot right there, I'm going to start with my thumb up, and then I'm going to start to rotate to go to my thumb down and do mini rolls right in that area. Okay, so laying down on the ground. And again, starting with the thumb up, placing the lacrosse ball, tennis ball, baseball, whatever I got there, and just kind of going around back and forth, circular motion. Like right there, I'm starting to feel pretty tight, so I'm going to do little mini rolls right there. And after I get done with that, I'm going to start to rotate the thumb down and do the exact same thing, side to side, front to back, and also some circles. I'm going to stay on the left arm. I'm going to go into the tricep. All right, so on the tricep, putting the baseball right on the mid part of my tricep. My hand is going to be up, my palms are up. I'm going to start to do some rolls right on that tricep. Front to back, side to side, and start to do circles. Okay, staying on the left arm. Now I'm going to move on to the bicep. So now I'm going to put the baseball right in the middle part of my bicep. Thumb is going to be down right here. Okay, and yet again, I'm going to go front to back. Start off with. And go side to side. Then I'm going to start to do some circles right on that area. All right, moving on to the right side. So start off with the chest, putting the baseball, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, whatever, right on the chest. In between the shoulder and the chest, and start my thumb up. Start to go side to side. front to back. And then I'm going to start to do some circles. Like from here, thumb goes down, doing the exact same thing. Get a little bit deeper into that tissue. All right, moving on to the tricep, the right arm. All right, a couple things here too. I have my arm down. There's also, probably should have done this with the left side, and also have your arm up to about a 90-degree angle, doing about the same thing. I'm gonna start my arm down here, working on the tricep front to back. Going side to side, and then circles. Okay. I also have my arm up at about 90 degrees, doing the exact same thing. Especially on the top part of that tricep, really digs in deep to that tissue. Loosens that up pretty good. All right, moving on to the bicep. Thumb down. Yet again, going side to side, front to back. And yet again, a circular motion. All right, from here, one more on the upper body with the baseball. I'm gonna put it right on the shoulder blade. Right there. Lean into it just a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep my butt relatively close to the ground. I won't put too much elevation on it. But right here, I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure. So I know that's a sticking spot, especially for my left shoulder, upper back area. So I'm gonna do some mini rolls there. I'm gonna start to try to go around in a circular motion. And then go side to side. All right, move over to the right side. The exact same thing. Start off going side to side. Pretty tight right here. Front to back. And then I'm going to start to try to get in that circular motion. All right. So taking the baseball, putting it away for a minute. Now, real quick on the upper body, do one stretch before we move on to the lower body. All right, so on my knees and toes, got my hands behind me, clasping the hands, making one fist with both hands. I'm gonna take my hands, separate them from my back, and then stick my chest out. I'm gonna hold here, tucking the chin down. All right, relax. We're gonna do this 2 more times. All right, separate the hands from the back, chin down. Starting to feel a little stretch in my bicep, upper back. Relax 1 more time. And going back. And relax. Okay. Moving on to the lower body. So now let's go back to the foam roller. I'm going to go to the IT band first. One of the tightest spots, especially for me. All right, so I'm going to put foam roller on the part of my IT band. My left foot's behind me, and my right leg's barely off the ground. From here, I'm going to go all the way to the hip, all the way down to outside the knee. Yet again, right here for me is where sticking spot's at. So I'm going to do 10 mini rolls to loosen that up. And then from here, going right back into it. Not going super fast. Trying to really focus on loosening it up, getting those knots out. All right. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to the left side. Because here in a second, I'm going to go to the baseball. We'll see why here in a second. All right, but got my left IT band, so my left foot's out in front, my right leg's behind. Yet again, find the mid part of that IT band. We'll roll all the way down the knee, all the way up to the hip. Yet again, right here is a tight spot, so I'm doing 10 mini rolls here. Then going right back into it. Okay, now We'll move over to the quad with the foam roller. All right, mid quad, right leg's off the ground, my left knee's kicked out, going right on top of the knee, all the way down to the hip. Okay, knee, down the hip. Right here, I have a tight spot, 10 mini rolls. Okay, moving over to the left side. After this one, we'll get back on the baseball. All right, so mid thigh, left leg, all the way to the knee, to the hip. Some mini rolls right here. Good. Getting that out of here for a minute. Now, we're going to baseball. Staying on the right side, I'm going to go right into that, hip flexor. Okay, right where the hip bone meets the quad. Little muscle at the sides of your fist gets really tight. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to do some mini rolls right there. Yet again, just like we did on some of the minor muscles, biceps, triceps. Do the same thing here on the hip flexor. I'm going to do 10 mini rolls for like 5 or 6 front to back, 5 or 6 side to side, and then do some circles right after that. So find that sticking spot, find that little muscle. Okay, going front to back. All right, going side to side. And here's the fun one, the mini circles. All right, switching it over to the left side. Do the exact same thing. All right, I'm right on it. So from here, I'm going front to back. Going side to side. And then circles. Okay. So with the baseball, I'm going to start on the glute. Okay. So sitting right on that baseball on my left glute, aka butt cheek. All right, I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to go front to back. A few reps, around 6 or 7. All right, I'm going to go side to side. And end it out with some circles. All right, moving on to the hamstring. So yet again, just move the baseball. I'm stay on the left leg. Put the baseball right on the mid part of that hamstring. Okay. Yet again, I'm gonna elevate just a little bit. Pushing that hamstring out a little bit, putting a little pressure on the hamstring, going front to back. Move it over side to side. Working myself up and down as I go side to side. And then starting to do some circles. And then last but not least, on the left leg, I'm going to the calf. All right, so find about the mid part of that calf. Again, you're going to dig deep into this Achilles tendon a little bit as well. But as you start to stretch this out and you start to loosen up that calf, because a lot of times your calf's one of the tightest parts of your body as well, you should start to feel pretty good. A couple of different variations here. I'm going to start off going front to back. Okay, then I'm going to start to yet again, just like I did with my hamstring, I'm going side to side, working myself up and down as I go side to side. You should really start to feel it there. Now, to add a little bit more, I'm going to turn that leg over about a 45-degree angle, doing the exact same thing. Going front to back, working on a little bit different part of the calf. And then I'm going to work myself side to side while I move up and down. All right, now the last part, I'm going to take that foot to the inside, do the exact same thing. Yet again, different part of the calf. On front to back, I'm going to go side to side, working myself up and down. moving over to the right side. Right glute. All right, bend the left knee, right leg's extended. Going front to back, leaning into the right side a little bit. Going front to back, starting off. I'm gonna go side to side. And then some circles at the end. All right, working on the hamstring from there. Baseball, middle of the hamstring, front to back. I'm gonna start to work myself side to side, work myself up and down. Last but not least, move on to the calf. Okay, again, starting off, my toes straight in the air, front to back. Work side to side, up and down. As soon as I get all that, I'm gonna move my foot over to the outside 90 degrees or 45 degrees, front to back. Going side to side, up and down. Last but not least, turn it to the inside, front to back. Okay, and I'm going side to side, work myself up and down. All right, getting that out of here. Okay. So now, start to work on the stretching. Work on a little bit of mobility, some hip mobility for sure. All right, so we're going to start off with the iron cross after we got done. Loosen it up with the foam roller, lengthen out those muscles a little bit. Loosen them up. Now we're going to try to lengthen them out a little bit more, deeper into some of these stretches that we've been working on. All right, so iron cross, feet are up in the air, knees are bent. If you want to cross, great. I really don't care. Okay, that's not the big point of emphasis. I'm going to keep mine relatively straight. I'm going to go out to the right side. Knees are barely off the ground. Keep my shoulder blades on the ground. Okay, real quick to neutral. Then I'm going to go to the left. Same exact thing. Left knee's off the ground. Try to keep my shoulders square to the ground. Neutral. Going to the right. Do this about 4 times on each side, 8 total. All right, neutral. And then to the left. All right, neutral. To the right. All right, neutral. To the left. One more on each side. Right. And left. All right, real quick, going back to neutral. I'm going to take my right hand. My left hand's going to go out to the side. Take my right hand on top of that left knee. I'm going to start to press down as far as it can go. Really starting to feel a lot of pressure on the outside part, IT band area, especially if I'm doing it right. I'll hold here. All right, going to neutral, taking a little breath. Then I'm going to take the left hand outside the right knee, right hand's out to the side. Start to press down. All right, and relax. Okay, so I'm going to roll over V-sets. We're doing 5 reps. So I'm rolling back, knees behind the head, going out in front to a V, stretching out through the hamstring after that. So roll back, coming up and through to a V. Hold that stretch for just a second. That's rep 1. Doing it again. Roll back, up and through. That's 2. Going back, up and through. 3, back, up and through. 4, last one. Rolling back, up and through. And that's 5. Okay, from here, bend the knees. Okay, hands out to the side. Legs are about shoulder length apart, maybe a little bit tighter than that. All we're going to do, we have a slight bend in the knees, is we're going to rotate our knees to the right side. hold here. Try to keep our shoulders square. Okay, then we're gonna roll over to the left side. All right, right, just a few more times. And left. Right. And left. And good. All right. Going to a 6-point stance. Start to work on some of this hip mobility stuff, okay? So we're going to start to do our hip circles, okay? So we're going to do 10 reps each way. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this leg, my right leg, and I'm going back. I'm going to rotate it up and through towards the elbow and then kick it back 10 times. Nice and smooth, not going fast. That is not the key here. Trying to really open up that hip, rotate, make that big circle. I got 2 more. Then I'll move over to the left side, doing the exact same thing. We'll kick back, rotate up, and then kick through. One more, and good. All right, going back to that neutral spine. All right, before we move on, we're going to do our cat-cow little thing here, and then we're going to go reverse. So all we're going to do, tilt the spine up towards the air, curve the spine, hold here, take a breath, and then exhale, going to neutral spine. Do this 3 times. That was rep 1. Curve the spine, going to neutral. That's 2. One more, curve the spine, going to neutral. And that's 3. All right. Now we're going to go reverse of what we just did. Last time we kicked the leg back. Now we're going to drive the knee up towards our chest, rotate it back, and kick back. Okay. 10 times. Knee to chest, rotate it back, and kick back. Yet again, not going super fast. Really trying to focus on the movement, master the technique. All right, left side, into the chest, rotate it back, kick back. And good. Okay. From here, we're going to our mountain climber complex. So we're going to go slow reps. We're going to do 4 reps slow, 4 reps regular medium pace, and then we're going to drop the elbow hand up for the last 4 reps. Okay. So I got my left foot forward, both hands to the inside. My right leg is back and locked. We're going to hold this position. All right, switch the legs. This is rep 2. We're going to move on to rep 3. Go ahead and switch. And last rep 4. Right leg up. Okay, now we're going to pick up the pace for the next 4 reps. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, from here, do a couple different versions here. I got my right leg up. I'm going to drop the left elbow, raise the right hand, look up at the right hand. Bring it back, and then switch. Okay, left foot, right elbow, left hand. All right, switch again. Right foot, left elbow, right hand. Bring it down and switch. Left foot, right elbow, left hand. All right, drop that knee and get out of it. Okay, now I'm going to do our little sequence here, hip mobility sequence. Okay, we're going to add a few things to it as well. So we're going to start off with our left knee straight ahead, right knee is down. We're going to lean straight, do 3 pulses. We're going to lean into that stretch, relax for 3 reps, go out to a 45, go out to a 90, kick the leg out. Then we'll go into our frog stretch right after that, then move over to the other side as soon as we get done. Okay. So here we go. Got my left knee up, straight ahead. I'm gonna lean in, hold here, relax. That's one. Lean in. Two. Lean in. Three. All right, 45. Lean in. Relax. That's one. Lean in. Two. One more. Lean in. Three. All right, going out to 90. So that toe is out to a 90-degree angle. Leaning in. One. Lean in. Two. Last one. Lean in. And three. All right, kicking that leg out. My right knee is going to move out just a little bit. So both my hands should be inside of the right knee. All right, I'm going to drive the butt back as my butt goes back, toes come up with the left foot. So going back, toe up, hold here. One. Back. Two. And back. Three. All right, bring that leg in. Going into frog stretch on our hands. So going wide knees, toes out, hands are down on the ground. All we're going to do is bend the elbows, drive the butt back to the heels for 3 reps. And going back, back up for 1. Back. 2. And back. 3. All right, slowly come out of that stretch. I'll bring the left knee in, then the right. Okay, we'll move over to the other side. So right knee is up, left knee is down, straight ahead, 3 pulses, lean in. 1, lean in. 2, lean in. 3, 45, same deal, lean in. 1, lean in. 2, last one, lean in. And 3, all right, going out to 90, lean in. 1, lean in. 2, last rep, lean in. And 3, kicking that leg out. Moving the left knee out just a little bit, both hands to the inside, butt down. The toes of the right foot come up. And going back. 1, back. 2, and back. 3. All right, going into that frog stretch this time. Wide knees, wide toes. Okay, going down the elbow. Just doing the exact same thing. Butt goes back. That's 1, back. 2, and back. 3, slowly come out, bringing the knees in, 1 at a time. All right, and getting out of that. Okay, the next thing we're going to work on is the IT band. Okay, so we're going to spend some time on the IT band. Again, another pretty tight part of the body. All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to go phase by phase here. Okay, so I'm going to bring my right ankle on top of my left knee. All right, I'm going to bring it into my body. Get close. My butt should be close to that heel. I'm going to hold here, kind of a primer for what we're about to do. So I should feel a little bit of pressure in the right IT band from here. Holding here for about a 10 count. All right, bend the elbows. Now, release that leg. Both hands wrapping around the left knee. I'm going to lean all the way back. Trying to drive the shoulders towards the ground. Holding here. All right, now keeping that leg off the ground. I'm gonna take both hands around the right knee this time. Try to tuck that knee into our body. Add a little bit of resistance here to the IT band to lengthen that stretch a little bit. All right, from here, take that right knee out front, kicking that left leg back. Okay, so I got my left leg behind me, about a 45-degree angle. My right leg is up at about 90. I'm gonna start on my hands, then I'm gonna drop down to my elbows. I'm gonna hold here, take a couple breaths. Okay, back on my hands. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. Take a breath. Try to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. Exhale as you go down. Back up. 1 more, going down. And back up, taking that left knee up, rotate it back around. I'm gonna switch this time. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Bring that foot in, heel close to the butt. Starting to loosen up that left IT band up a little bit. It's pretty tight. All right, from here, wrapping around the knee, lean all the way back on the shoulders. Then relax. Make sure you're breathing. Try to dig deeper into that stretch. All right, I'm gonna take both hands, wrap around the left knee this time. Tuck it into my body. Holding here. All right, last little stretch on the IT band. So now my left knee is up, kicking the right leg back about 45. Right knee's up to about a 90. Okay, I'm on my hands. I'm gonna drop down to my elbows. I'm gonna hold here. Back on the hands. All right, down. Back up. All right, 1 more rep. And down. And back up. And good. Okay, now from here, doing the hamstring stretch. I'll take my left leg out front. Do a few from the ground. Do a few from standing up. Be pretty close to being done. Okay. All right, so hamstring. Yet again, I would say between the hamstring and the neck, probably the 2 tightest parts of your body. Right behind that, usually for mobility wise, it's the hips. But also the IT band is extremely tight, especially if you run quite a bit and lift quite a bit. So the IT band is going to be pretty tight. All right, so from here, hamstring, got to stretch this out, really tight part of the body. I'm going to lock out this left leg, have my toes up, my heels are down. I'm flexing that toe basically. I'm going to keep a neutral spine. A lot of times, somebody will tell you to go stretch and you just put your hand out there like, oh, yeah, get nothing out of it. For us, what we're going to do is neutralize the spines, keep the spine straight, stick the chest out. Hands are going to go up. We're going to reach out first, and then we're going to drive the head down. All right, getting out of that, we're going to move over to the right side. Same exact thing. We're going to neutralize the spine. Okay, we're going to reach up first, out, and then down. All right, getting out of that. Okay, go ahead and stand up. Getting pretty close. Should feel pretty good right now. All right. I'm an old man and I feel pretty dang good. All right. So we're wide legs, going down to 90. We're going to hold there, reach all the way down. Move over to our different sides after that. Okay, we'll do about 2 reps here, 2 to 3 reps. So hands are out. Going down to 90. We're going to hold here. Should already feel the pull in the hamstring. And we're going all the way down as far as we can. For me, I'm grabbing the outside parts of my feet. This is kind of phase 1. All right, then the knees to get out. Okay, we can get a little bit deeper into this stretch this time. Hands out. Going down to 90, sticking that butt out, feeling the pull in the hamstring. Going all the way down. Now from here, I'm grabbing on the outside, so I'm just going to bend the elbows a little bit, trying to drive the head towards the ground. All right, bend the knees to get out. I'm going to do one more. Okay, hands out. All the way down. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going to 90 now, you're going all the way down. Bending the elbows. Now I'm going to grab behind my heels, right where my Achilles tendon is, and try to bend my elbows a little bit more there. All right, bend and get out. Okay, from here, I'm going to tie that left foot straight ahead, kicking that right foot out. Okay, I'm going to reach out my left hand as far as I can, go down to the inside part of that foot, and then get that stretch from there. So triangle stretch. I'm going to reach out as far as I can with my left hand, going all the way down. For me, I can touch the ground. For you, might be your ankle or calf, whatever. Down going to the ground. Right hand goes up. I'm looking up at that right hand. Okay, slight bend to get out. Flip it over to the other side. All right, right foot. Left leg is kicked out. Right hand reaches out as far as you can. I'm going down to the inside. Left hand up. Reaching up at the left hand. All right, bend the knee to get out. All right, last little deal that we're going to do. Okay, we're going to get down into a deep squat. We're going to hold that deep squat. We're just going to do a squat and reach from there to end it out. Okay, so deep squat, hands are out. Going out of that deep squat, my elbows are to the inside. I'm just going to hold here for just a second. All right, now my hands, my fingertips are going right underneath my toes. I'm going to stick my butt up just a little bit. I'm going to keep my left hand there. Take my right hand up towards the sky. Look up at the right hand. Bringing it back down. Hold here. Right hand underneath. Left hand goes up. Look up at the left hand. Back down. And relax. All right. So, mobility. Great stuff. Okay. One of the best things. I wish if I was younger, I would have been doing this stuff a long time ago. Okay. Back in the day, it was lift, eat, and run. Okay. I think that mobility and stretching, very important. A lot of benefit to it. Help you beat some of those goals that you've been trying to get to, like maybe getting a little bit deeper in your squat, adding a little bit more to your squat or to your bench press or whatever. Stuff like this helps. Okay. Lengthen out that muscle, trying to loosen it up a little bit along the way. Always massive benefit. Also keeps you more agile and keeps you on your sport a little bit longer. Okay. So good job today. See y'all tomorrow.